Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. I built this little cozy medieval house with a water wheel attached using the castles, keeps, and forts architecture mod, which is absolutely incredible if you love medieval builds. And if you want to follow along with me building this, then this is the right video. As always, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future builds. And let me know, what kind of builds would you like to see next? Okay, so this would be the height over here, I think. At least for a little bit, but it can't be too far because, yeah, there's only a little part where we could actually get away with this height. So I guess this would be the quote-unquote street level. This is where the build would start. It's currently 6 long, 3 wide, which I think is fine-ish. Although, does it need to be an even number with this build system? I can't remember. Normally it does, but this has like small pieces. But I guess it always needs to be even to end up being useful for a roof. So maybe we should go. But then again, we're probably gonna extend it anyway. I do kind of like this log, but I feel like it does not make sense to keep it here if we're gonna have a water wheel here. So it's gonna have to go. So I might keep this less wide. I don't want another build that is huge like the first one. Pretty much. So we're gonna keep it a little bit smaller. We're gonna also use these walls. We'll see. All right. So first of all, we just want to have walls here. I think this layer we're going to make too high. And this is the layer where we will connect our water wheel. Is that centered? It's not quite centered, is it? Not completely. You know what I'm gonna do to make it easier for myself? We're gonna place a little pillar there, just so that we really can see what section begins or at. Well, I say really see, but it's still kind of hard to see. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. All right, so we have the most important piece. We're done. We're done. We have our water wheel. I do kind of like the idea of making it feel maybe connected on 2 sides. You know, maybe. I guess I really only needed that part. So maybe I should have walls here instead of foundations. There we go. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I kind of like it. And then maybe we want to have a beam, something. You know what would be cool if we did this one there. And then this one there, there and there, you know, the whole drill. There we go. And then we have that one. Um, I would love it to continue going down, but apparently does not want to go. There. The water wheel does power things. Yeah, I think it's the tree, yeah. Or is it the foundations? No. I don't know. I've created some wizardry here. What if I place this one now? That's not the one. There we go. Can I now delete this pillar? I can. Well, I got there. There we go. It's the slightest little detail, but I feel like that's cool. I feel like that's pretty cool. All right. And then we want ceilings. There we go. So this would be like the little extension to the main build. Do we just want to keep something like this? Probably. Although I kind of like the idea of trying something new here on the front. Maybe we do... Oh, apparently did not quite agree with me. Maybe we do like a little bit like this, so it sticks out a bit more in a different shape. Because why not? Let's try to complicate things again for ourselves. And then we'll build this way. So that's basically all like next floor is going to be like that. Stairs. Although the smaller stairs actually do make a lot of sense here. Because otherwise it takes up way too much room. There we go. So we have a little staircase to get up to the next layer. We will have our main entrance on this side, I suppose. Or do we want to have it on the sides? Because technically we could still create something going on here as well, right? There's nothing against us just utilizing this side a little bit more. Because, for example, if we wanted to, we could totally have a door there. I think for most of this, the downstairs is going to be like a workshop area. That's where the power comes in. There we go. Ooh, you have all sorts of windows for this one too. That looks kind of cool. And then the remaining wall would just be like that. There we go. That seems fair. And then, of course, we want more arches, like this one and that one. Wait, oh, didn't fill in the walls here yet. Let's do that for sure. There we go. Maybe we'll have like a... Yeah, that feels Nice. And there we go. We'll have a little window on this side as well. Why not? There we go. I like that. There we go. That is the entrance. So I guess like there's gonna at least be like a little bit of a road leading into this place. Which is fine. Like maybe we'll make a small bridge somewhere. There we go. Fill in a little bit like this. Yeah, I like those little rope railings. All right, we're gonna start adding some of these things in now. To support whatever the next layer is going to be. There we go. All right, that's the base layer for for the real building, I suppose. We definitely will want to add a little bit more shape and like random details to this, because it kind of looks boring in some places now. Although we do have the stairs as well to keep in mind, because I would kind of like something there. I mean, I guess I could always change where the stairs are, because kind of feels like should be something. But that already goes into the water if we go any further down. There we go. So they go down into the water. I don't know why you would want to do that. And we will have some pillars for this. But I do like a little dock at the back to kind of expand this a little bit. Add a few details in. That's not what we want. There we go. For now, we'll make this little area here, which I think is going to be quite nice. Not exactly sure why you will have us there into the water. You know, maybe washing your clothes. I don't know. This one can be the full way, and this is just to, I don't know, pee in the water. I just need something to kind of break this up. All right, there we go. I think we will expand these a little bit. That looks quite nice. And then these beams in there actually already do a lot. So I might want to change out some of the beams and make it a little bit more wood. Because I feel like that adds a lot. And it's not really a keep or a castle that we're working on. This is just a little simple watermill. So this might make a lot more sense. And it breaks up the whole palette a little bit. I guess naturally the pillar would be there. But that's fine. There we go. So we have those entryways. Not sure why there's a door here and not here. Would there be doors here? I guess there would be. Is there differences to all these doors? I don't think it... Well, it's not showing me differences at least. Nope, those are the same. That's fine. Because I guess it does make sense to have doors in there, right? Although the arches are pretty nice too. I guess you can't really get here unless you're swimming. And it's medieval ages. No one can swim. They'll die. There we go. Yeah, we should definitely move on and get to the next part of the build. I kind of want to change up this section a little bit. Just to make it a little bit more interesting. Oh. I deleted something here. So, what we want... Let's get a few more things here on the hotbar that we actually use right now. There we go. Okay, so first of all, I think we'll add the beams in here. There we go. I think we might expand this way. I mean, pretty sure we'll have a quarter rope wall, don't we? There we go. Just to kind of add a little bit more interest to this site, you know, by making it come out a little bit before we add the doorway in. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Kind of breaks it up a bit more. And then what I actually might do for just this section, I might just kind of keep this going a little bit more. Although these walls need to be facing the same direction. There we go. Maybe actually what we will do is we'll just do these, and of course... Oh, we won't need the sides anymore because that will just be connected to the main build. But I do kind of like the idea of breaking this up a little bit more. So what I'll do is expand this by just a tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. So what we'll probably do is we'll have a little glass wall at the end. And then we can fill in these sides. That's quite nice. There we go. I like that. Little bit sticking out. And it's probably going to be a little bit higher than this even, I think. Because what I might end up doing is like have another layer in there. We'll see. We'll see how the build goes. But that's what it feels like right now at least. Alright. I do think we'll have those beams there or pillars there. Alright. Could we do something a little bit more interesting here? I think we could if we just add like a different addition to one of these. And then we also need the arches. I don't know if I have those already. I did not. We can use the bigger arches on those. Just have a slight addition here. Because why not? Do we want to... Yeah, I think maybe we just have that. There we go. Just something like this, maybe. Just a small, tiny addition to the build. Just like that. Just a tiny one. I guess we just want to have these maybe on the ends. There we go. Just keeping it simple. I probably would want a window here. But what kind of window? Do we want to have a big window? Thin window? Or a rounded window? I don't really know. I don't really know. Also, do we want to play around with these walls a little bit? Maybe we do. So let's see, where do we want to have the window? The annoying thing is that this is like an uneven thing, so maybe we do have like windows there. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do. And then we could have... There could be two windows like this. What do we want in the middle here? Maybe just like that. That looks quite nice. That doesn't look half that bad. There we go. That looks fun. Yeah, I think that actually really works with that first layer being this this wood. I really quite like the idea of that. I mean, it does make building this a lot more complicated than it maybe has to be, but I think it's worth it. go. We'll have this one here and there. That looks quite nice. Then we would probably just fill in this layer. There we go. I think that looks quite nice. There we go. Bring this out like that. Yes. And then kind of like this idea. So settler gables. There we go. So yeah, it would stick out even a little bit more. And then we would go into these small ones. Like that. We could still have some tiny windows in here. And then we could have and then it would be the full curve. I think I like that. It does mean that we have a little bit of an overhang on the sides, but you know, that could be nice. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see what we do with this part because we kind of made it wonky, even wonkier. But yeah, I think I like this because now it kind of, yeah, adds that little extra border there. We have basically a little attic, and then we can have more of those nice arches there, just as we did below. I think that makes a lot of sense. I guess for these roofs you would have this. That's kind of what the roof would be like. I think this would probably get extended at least this high. Would we want to... Because there could be another floor in here. Probably there's going to be another floor in here. Yeah, so then this would be another floor. So we could have something of like a window or whatever there. Or maybe just maybe this is to kind of get some stuff into the attic. Why not? Could be. I guess then we would also want to have... There we go. Yes. I think this will work. I think it will. All we might need is this. And And then I think the next layer on top of this would be these ones. And that should blend into... Yeah, scaffold archers, they're definitely going to be on the overhang. Village one. We have too many pieces. We're getting confused. There we go. Wait, which one did I use for this layer? This is not the village. Did I use the keep? Village. Okay, let's grab that one. This one. Probably this one. There we go. Awesome. So yeah, this layer will be here. And I guess the next layer would be there. There we go. Not enough hotbar room. Yeah, I guess you could use the other... Didn't they add like a special hotbar with ASA that I used like once the first day and then totally forgot about? There we go. Awesome. And then... So I guess that would be... Wait, did that destroy the other one? Damn, that's rough. There we go, like that. I guess you don't really need an an extra eave on that because it already overhangs. But I like the way we came up with that little roof. I think I like that a lot. I think I like this a lot. Yeah. So I think for this part, it's probably just gonna be quite similar, although of course not equally in size. Probably like that. That feels quite good. There's probably gonna be another window there. Because why not? We can probably just find a way to make that all work. There we go. Do I just want to have some big windows at the front? It feels like I should have. But what windows? Do I go for these? Just to kind of make them different? Yeah. So I think that one. Yeah. I like this so far. There we go. And I think most of these we're just going to use the normal empty ones. Awesome. There we go. So yeah, I guess this would be the floor at least for this layer. And then I guess we would have the overhang. I did not want to place all those extra ceilings. There we go. Let's actually also add in the arches for some of these. I have no clue what it costs to grab these things. I don't know what it will be like in survival. I would assume not much more than what you would normally make for like, what is it? The wood, stone, and metal tiers. Because I think it's kind of based around those. I think we can then kind of just blend it in. Like that. This has like a slight overhang because of, I think, the way triangle work. And that is awesome in this case. All right, let's see. We need then these pieces. Then we'll have the tiny windows again. That's not the tiny window. What the heck? Yeah, no, just the normal windows is gonna be fine. And then the final addition. There we go. And then we can do the little rakes. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I really like the way this one came out. We at least want to have like a fireplace somewhere, which is gonna then probably be here somewhere. Although I guess what I should do is add these in so I can kind of see where. So I guess this is the chimney that we need, and the good thing is that it kind of sticks out a little bit over the top, so we would see it from this angle as well, which is quite nice. I think for this half of the build, it's going to be the chimney. It's going to be the main feature. There we go. Could be maybe a little addition here. Kind of to break up that wall a little bit. And then I don't know if we want to. Maybe we do want to have something here. But then I probably would just break up this wall too. And then where is it? I guess that's kind of the the same thing. No, it's different. It's different. Okay, so for this, I think we're going to do something like that. So very simple. Very, very simple. Just like that. There we go. Awesome. Well, I guess we could do the same roofs for this. There we go. So a little bit of a side addition there. I think that works well. Oh, hello there, Mr. Tiny Wolf. We'll add in these arches on both sides. I guess kind of overlaps into that, but that's fine. All of the structures that are in here. Rather than diving in with the giant build. Although, you know, it's fine. It's fine. There we go. Okay, so that's the whole first layer, and then I think we'll do this over here. This on this side as well. Maybe. And I guess we could actually make this look a little bit nicer even if we do those. That blends in even better on the inside at least. How dare work not give you enough time for ARK? There we go. So if we do these, just like that, that should already help. So we're doing a similar thing, just on a different angle, but I think that will work nicely, breaking up this wall. Yeah, the different sizes for the walls is a game changer, like, because you get basically double the amount of freedom because of that. It does mess with your mind a little bit, being used to what we have in ARK normally, because there's so many more options now and different ways to build. But once you get over that, once we get used to that, it's going to be amazing. And it's the start, right? Like there's more coming. So it's going to continue to be amazing and more amazing. There we go. I feel like that makes sense. Why not like that? There we go. And then maybe we do a bigger window here. Yeah, why not? And then we just need these pieces, I think, to kind of fill in the rest. Awesome. Then we need some arches still. And we'll have the other arch. There we go. Look at that. I love it. This side has turned out quite nicely as well. With a little dock as well, that works. All right. With that being said, I think we're going to call it a day for now. I'm very happy with this picture here. This looks really cool. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully I will see you around in the next video or stream. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. If you want to host your own server, you can always check out Nitrado. I'm partnered with them, so I have a little link which will also help me out if you get your own server. Or, of course, join the Discord and play on my community service, which is also really, really cool. And I will see you guys very soon.